All right. In other news, Nintendo says it has no legal duty to pass U.S. tariff refunds on to the consumers.
That took on Blade gameplay too.
Yo, shout out to Booty Gorilla with the $10 super chat. He said that token Blade gameplay though. That shit fire. We gonna be on the beta this week. Minish Cap Mafia, come to the front. Nintendo's asking a court to dismiss a proposed class action lawsuit that was filed this past spring by gamers who say Mario Maker is breaking the law if it doesn't pass on its U.S. tariff refunds to consumers. If you're not following, basically, the president you voted for put out universal, what's the word I'm looking for? Universal tariffs. The Supreme Court struck that down and said the president does not have the power in the executive branch to say tariff the world. World war tariffs. You get 10%, you get 20. But while those tariffs were active, they were affecting Nintendo. And fans filed a class action lawsuit like a month or two ago saying, hey, if the United States government is going to refund Nintendo for the tariffs that they had to pay, the illegal tariffs that they had to pay, that means we should get a cut because we had to pay for that bullshit too. Nintendo said, I think not. Those consumers received exactly what they bargained and paid for when buying a price hike Nintendo goods last year, the company said in the filing on Monday. They said, nigga, they said suckers. That's actually fucking crazy. They said fucking suckers. You saw that price tag. You saw it was marked up. Fuck out of here. Plaintiffs are not entitled to a rebate simply because of intervening legal developments related to the tariffs. Nintendo said, take it up with your government, bitch ass nigga. Nintendo increased the price of the Switch 2 controls in the original Switch last year following the imposition of global spanning U.S. tariffs. And then this past February, the U.S. Supreme Court said it was illegal. That's what I said. I caught you guys up. Hey, TBA man, the politics don't affect me, bro. Why can you talk about the politics? See, this is politics, bro. It affects the shit. I can't entirely disagree, though. Yeah, because to be fair, the tariffs are paid by the company, and then they pass on the price to you. So ultimately, it is your choice to pay that increased price. And also, like, at most, let's say that these people do win the class action lawsuit. At most, you're probably going to get like $50. Like, it is what it is. Take that L, my nigga. Take that fucking L. I wouldn't be mad if they won, though. You think customers can learn this lesson? Nope. I think the lesson here is if a company is charging you for something that you don't want to pay for, maybe don't pay for it. Because if you would have waited a little bit, you could have got it at the regular price. Because I see these at Costco. They have a bundle at Costco right now for $519. And it comes with a game and like a year of online or some shit like that. For an extra $20. That's a good price. Find the Black Hokage on the PSP. Somebody gotta do it, bro. Other news. Positive Nintendo news. That was negative. Positive Nintendo news. Splatoon Raider reviews have dropped, and it's looking good. I'm seeing 10s, 9s, 8.5s, 8s, 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 7s. But at the very bottom, The Guardian gave it a 4. That's so fucking random. These 6s and 4s. I can't help, like, when I see reviews like this where like everybody's just loving it, and then I see shit like this, I can't help but feel like you're just trying to be different. I haven't played the game myself, so you know it's not my place to tell you your opinion's wrong because they did play it, but it does kind of feel like you're just trying to be different. I don't have a Switch 2. Does anybody in the chat have a Switch 2? Anybody interested in this game? I'm just putting y'all on and letting you know that something good is out there for the Switch 2, apparently. Watts is super excited about this game, so I'm pretty sure she's going to be talking about it on the podcast because she said that she wants to play it, and it looks pretty good. Is any company getting tariff refunds passing back to the consumer? No, it's not just Nintendo. Matter of fact, Nintendo's the only one nice enough to address it. Most of these other companies are not even going to address it. I have a Switch 2, and I'm hyped. I've seen the gameplay. This one doesn't do it for me, but if y'all like it, you love it, you know? They deadass trying to be different. Those reviewers always give low scores to Nintendo games. Yeah, some people are just Minish Cap Mafia haters. And that's why it's important to keep your Minish Cap Mafia, keep your Minish Cap on and be ready to fight the war with that Hyrule sword. Oh, in other news, Japan launches a task force to crack down on you fucking Pokemon scalpers. Let me see, this we got. They not playing with you niggas, man. Oh, you bitch ass scalping niggas. Stealing all the prismatic prisms or whatever that shit is called. I don't know what you nerd ass Pokemon niggas is talking about. They getting sick of this shit. Japan's government is creating a special team to tackle ongoing scalping and counterfeit issues impacting Pokemon cards and other popular TCGs. According to Kyo News, lawmakers from Japan's Liberal Democratic Party are preparing to launch a preliminary group focused on this country's rapidly growing trading card industry. The group will hold its first meeting on July 23rd. That's tomorrow, where lawmakers will hear from the industry organizations and Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry about the issues facing collectors, stores, and card companies. They putting together a task force. Think Rainbow Six Siege for Pokemon prismatic prisms and whatever the fuck else y'all I can't even say that shit with a straight face. Popular trading card games like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have become hugely popular in Japan and overseas, with rare cards selling for thousands of dollars. I'm about to get some of them Power World cards and do them rare rips. Cards like Logan Paul's ultra rare PSA 10 graded Pikachu Illustrator even broke a Guinness World Record after it sold for eye-watering $16 million. With the chance to get your hands on life-changing amounts of money, the trading card game has become an investment just as much as it is a hobby. However, this has led to ongoing issues surrounding scalping, counterfeit cards, and even theft. On April 8th, two brothers went viral after pleading guilty to steal Pokemon cards worth $95,000 in a double heist, while a free Pokemon card event in South Korea was canceled after an estimated 40,000 fans flooded an event in Seoul. If you would have told the 10-year-old me back in the year 2000 that niggas would be doing GTA 5 double heists over Pokemon cards, I would have laughed you out the fucking room. Man, I wish I would have kept my holographic first edition Blastoise and Charizard. Ain't them bitches worth money? I remember I had a binder full of all them rare ass cards, man. I think I just gave them bitches away to like Goodwill or some shit. God damn, man. 16 million? I know it's a bubble that's gonna burst, but god damn, I'm trying to get in this bitch before it pop. 100K easy. And I told this story on stream, but I remember when I was a kid, one of the teenagers I had to been like between 8 and 10 when Pokemon first hit the shores, right? It was a teenager in my neighborhood. He was like 15, 16 at the time, saying, yo, hold on to your Pokemon cards. He said, hold on to your, I never forget this. This is actually why I gave away my Pokemon cards. He said, hold on to your Pokemon cards because in the year 2000, them things gonna be worth so much fucking money. And you gotta keep in mind, I was a kid back then, so I didn't understand. But me being a kid back in like 98, for some reason, my brain really thought 2 years later, they'd be worth thousands of dollars. So when the year 2000 came around, it wasn't worth jack shit. And I got mad and just gave them away. It turns out the nigga turned out to be right. He was just wrong about the fucking time. I wish I would have kept that binder, man. I had everything, bro. We used to rob niggas for Pokemon cards too. Some of them I bought, some of them I took them. I did what I did. Past the statute of limitation. Allegedly. No, it's not allegedly. I did it. I was a kid. We used to rob niggas for Pokemon cards, bro. We used to beat niggas up and take their fucking binders, bro. I had a gang. That's why I had all the rare cards. My parents didn't buy them all. Anyway, hey, listen, any kids, listen, don't do what I did. It's just a story, okay? Don't do what I did. Anyways, even Uzman trading cards have been hit with the hefty resale prices, much to the anger and surprise of fans. As you can imagine, the extortionate resale prices and scalping issues make it incredibly difficult for fans who enjoy collecting and playing. To help counter these issues, lawmakers in Japan will discuss possible rules to make trading card transactions safer and more transparent. The government-based group will also look at bulk buying, resale practices, and possible use of expensive cards. They money laundering? Niggas is money laundering with first edition Sandshrews, first edition Diglets, first edition Totodiles, first edition Clefairies. Hey, nigga, move this money, but move it through the Clefairy. I got a holographic for you. Yeah, this is a Pokemon Rico. After all, Japan's Toy Association revealed the trading card game market reached around 338 billion yen, which is around 2.3 billion USD in 2025. Holy shit! So lawmakers hope to support the industry's continued growth outside Japan while also tackling major issues that currently surround the market. This news comes shortly after the Pokemon company revealed that it was considering introducing government-issued ID checks for certain TCGs and product sales to prevent scalpers and put products into the hands of fans. Hey, if anybody from Japan in the Pokemon community sees this, I got an idea for you. You want to cut down on the scalpers in America? Fuck an ID. Require a super ID to buy Pokemon cards. What am I talking about? You know all them weird ass niggas that be shaking the vendor outside of fucking Walmart and shit trying to get the rare cards? Require these niggas to scan their passport to scalp these cards. If you require, fuck an ID. If you require a passport to buy Pokemon cards, you just eliminated 80% of the American population. Cause you niggas ain't been nowhere. Ain't nowhere, bro. That shit is fucking funny, man. Yo, that ass, man. You know, if you want to do the rare rips and have a good time, you know, cool. But leave something for the kids, man. Even me, if I get into the rare rips, you know, if I start buying cards, I might buy a box or two, but I'm not gonna buy out the whole fucking shelf, bro. Keep in mind, these are kids' toys. Fucking relax, man. Fucking relax. Jeez. Especially because this shit is a bubble. It's all gonna explode at some. There's gonna be a point where people are saying, you know what, I don't care, and these cards aren't worth anything. Because keep in mind, what is currency? Currency is a universal agreement amongst humans that says this is worth that. If there comes a point where enough people are frustrated, that $16 million card might be worth $5. TBH Ripper stream on the way. That's why, in my opinion, I don't think, unless it's sentimental to you, you shouldn't be holding on to this shit. Make some money. Yeah, I might do some rare rips, man. I might do some rare rips. I went to the comic book shop today. I asked them, y'all gonna have them Power World cards, the Donna Palapagos or whatever that shit is. They said, yeah, I might buy a couple boxes if I can get a. The only problem with that is like, I don't even know what the rare cards would be. And to be fair, I don't know what the rare cards in Pokemon are either. But I might become a Hokage Ripper, man. PC news. Steam Deck sales are estimated to have plummeted by 80% since the massive price hikes earlier this year. Back of a napkin math suggests. I will never get into Pokemon cards when I saw a nigga snatch a pack out of a little nigga hand in front of his grandma. Yeah, like, don't be on that shit. That shit is corny to me. I would never do that. The Steam Deck was once a budget champion, but no longer. Ever since the price hikes earlier this year, Valve's handheld has become difficult to argue as a value proposition, and according to recent sales estimates by A Boiling Steam, it appears that consumers may agree. The site has attempted to estimate the number of Steam Deck units sold by tracking its position on the top sellers listing and exploiting data and the relations to the entries above and below. This back of the napkin math is hardly definitive, but it suggests that when the Steam Deck dropped from 4th and 5th on the charts position between 10th and 15th after the price adjustments in May of this year, the drop in weekly units sold would equate to roughly 80 to 82%. Translation, people stop buying this shit. Listen, the reality is that, you know, times is hard, not a lot of money out here, and nobody wants to pay more for a 5-year-old piece of hardware. It's dated. First of all, when the Steam Deck came out, the hardware was dated. We're now 5 years removed from it. Even more dated. And you're charging more money for it? When people's money is tight, people not buying that shit. I know I ain't. Great emulation machine. Great running games at like lower frame rates, but it needs a refresh, man. The ROG Ally is better in my opinion. Yeah, but that shit is expensive too, bro. This has nothing to do with like the Steam Deck in specific. This has more to do with the AI data centers eating up all the RAM. All that shit is more expensive. The price on the ROG Ally, the MSI Claw, all those things, they're all marked up. All technology, which is unfortunate. Let me ask a question. Has anybody bought a Steam Deck recently with the marked up price? Be honest. Anybody in the chat said, fuck it, I'm balling. I don't give a fuck. I'm finna pull up to the store like, fuck no. Damn, nope. Yeah, like I had a little interest in getting the Steam Deck, but once the price went up, I was like, yeah, I'm never getting one unless I can get one off Facebook Marketplace for like the low. And then even still, like I don't trust people on Facebook Marketplace. You got to bring a bazooka to the damn to the parking lot. They try to stab you or some shit, bro. No, you can't stab me. I got a bazooka. I'll blow this whole bitch up, bro. The worst part about the price hikes are SSDs, bro. I just want more storage. Oh yeah, people forget. Yeah, the SSD prices are marked up too, unfortunately. We as a society are supposed to be progressing, and we're just actively going backwards, man. Got mine for free thanks to you. Hey, I got it before. I should have maybe bought myself one. That was before the price hike. This is an L timeline. More Steam news. I was considering getting a PS3 off Facebook Marketplace or just from GameStop. You might be better off going to like garage sales, like looking up garage sales in your area. Valve Dev explains why Steam Machine won't have exclusive games. The Steam Machine is a big and powerful console. Cap. But it's also on the pricier side of things. That's true. There have been suggestions that Valve could eventually turn its biggest IPs into exclusives like Half-Life, but a dev has explained why the company has no intention of doing this. Imagine if Valve dropped the bombshell Half-Life 3 coming exclusively to the Steam Machine. It would shift units for sure, or maybe even a new Team Fortress or a Portal. For now, Valve won't be doing this, and we know why. I live in New York, man. Ain't no garage sales over here. Yeah, but y'all got mom and pop shops over there. A lot of mom and pop shops that'll sell you shit early. I know. I've been out there. Steam Machine won't restrict people with exclusives. In an interview with Bloomberg, Valve's engineer Pierre-Luc Griffas discussed the possibility of the Steam Machine offering exclusive games as a way to incentivize players. He explained why this won't happen. Restricting where people can play a game, I don't think is a great model, at least for us. We're much more interested in having the whole PC catalog as our launch exclusive. So with that, the idea of the console exclusive seems a completely moot point. You won't be tied down to the Steam Machine with certain games. It also means we do get Half-Life 3 sometimes this millennium. You won't have to fork out $1,000 to play it. It doesn't make sense to make exclusives for the Steam Machine anyway, for the simple fact that like it's an underpowered piece of hardware. Exclusives, one of the main points of the exclusives are they the drive to show the power of the hardware. Like I don't know what they could make that could show off the Steam Machine that differentiates it from the PS5 and the Xbox Series. So like, yeah, just stick to Steam games. Like, plus we know y'all allergic to making games with 3 in it. I got the Steam Deck LCD the first year. I wanted to get the OLED, but the price hike. Yeah, I would have got the OLED, but man, that fucking price hike, man. Go to a very rich neighborhood on a bulk day and find crazy stuff they threw out. Yeah, trash day in rich neighborhoods. I heard that shit is great. I heard that shit is great. Is the Steam Machine lower than your PC setup? Nigga, don't insult me. Why would you even ask me that shit, bro? Drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize, bro. The fuck? I got a 4080 Super. Don't play with me. 64. You know, I seen a TikTok last night. This dude said, "Fuck these AI data centers, man." He's like, "I wish I would have upgraded my shit last year before these fucking price hikes." He said, "I got 16 gigabytes of RAM and it feels like I live in poverty, bro. I should have updated my shit, bro." I'm sitting here laughing with 64 gigabytes. Y'all remember last year when I upgraded my PC and I said I had 64 gigabytes of RAM in my PC and chat was laughing, saying, "Oh, that's overkill." Yeah, all right, nigga. Now what? No, I when I build, because I think is I don't like building PCs all the time. I don't like doing that slow upgrade shit. When it's time for me to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to drop a bag because to be fair, it's a tax write-off for me, so I have that privilege. So I'm gonna drop a bag. Absolutely, I'm gonna deck my shit out so I don't gotta upgrade for another at least 5 years or some shit like that. I'm good. You got, but yeah, shout out to everybody who got 16 gigabytes of RAM, man. Good for you. Just ahead of the curve. Yeah, we trying to be ahead of the curve. That's the beauty of PC. You can go overkill, bruh. I like having a million tabs open. Steam has added new updates to gifting and wish listing. Gifting is now cross-region gifting to friends with prices calculated. So basically, you can gift to people in other countries. Guest checkout now includes games, gifts to emails. You no longer need to be friends to send gifts and can send digital gift cards or games directly from somebody's wish list. This would be great for like people like who do content for like giveaways, so you don't got to add people to your friends list and shit like that. And then wish lists have been upgraded. You can custom categories being added, improve search, improve navigation. Wish listed games will show if they have a demo. You can create a shareable link to others to view your private wish list, and the link can be filtered to specific games. Oh, this would be great for streamers who have like wish lists and shit like that. Well, buy me something on my Amazon wish list. Now you can buy something off the. Any big strong men in the chat want to buy a nice pretty streamer or something off their Steam wish list? 32 gigabytes on my body. Yeah, I guess. That's cool, I guess. Let me know when y'all get 64 so I can upgrade to 96. What else I got for you? Oh, PC requirements for Marvel Token have arrived. Recommended Windows 11, an i7, 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 3070, and a 7600. Honestly, and then the minimum, I mean, i5, 16 gigs, 2060. Honestly, it sounds like this game is optimized. Shout out to them. This is nothing intense. This is pretty standard shit. Besides the besides the 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you got 16, I don't know what to tell you. And then last but not least, for those unaware, Wendy's is doing a special. All fat niggas come to the front. If every time you see some cheesecake, you go. If you had a Whopper today and you said, if you ever ate an Eggo waffle out your girl pussy, like, this is for you. Wendy's has launched a Sonic collaboration if you order the kids meal. Shout out to all grown men who go to the... I said what I said. Shout out to all the grown men that's not afraid to get a Happy Meal. Pull up the Wendy's, get their version of the Happy Meal, and you can get one of the collectible Sonic cards, man. Hey, Rare Rippers. You said, okay, but an Eggo waffle's very specific. Don't worry about it. But yeah, they got Sonic and Knuckles and Amy and Tails and Shadow and Rogue and Silver's there too. Collect 35 cards. Hey, Rare Rippers, is this shit gonna be worth money? Let me know. Should I go to Wendy's? I ain't gonna eat the food, but should I go get some of these joints? Where my Rare Rippers at? You got something you gotta say too, No, I don't got nothing I gotta say, bro. Yeah, we just gonna move past what I said. I want the Amy and the Tails. Do these things actually be worth money? Would a card collector be interested in this like 5 years from now and shit? Silver being acknowledged as a rare treat. Really? I feel like Silver has his fans. Yes, for sure. Would it be weird? Each comes with 5 trading cards. Oh, so every Happy Meal comes with 5 trading cards, and there's 35 to collect. Would it be weird as a grown man if I pulled up to the drive-thru and be like, "Let me get 10 Happy Meals"? Do people actually do that shit? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know Wendy's had a kids meal. I didn't either, but apparently they do. They're doing that collab with Sonic. You can buy those for $2, no meal required. Oh, you can just buy them? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. Well, guess you don't have to buy them a Happy Meal. Let me go into Shutbox real quick and see what the fuck going on. If there's any trailers I should be aware of, chat. I'm not gonna lie, it's already kind of late. I don't know if I'm playing games tonight, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be up in the morning to hit the workout. Let me see, main account. They might ask people to show proof of a kid. Yeah, you just like, let me get the cards. You know why I'm here. Crimson Moon official loot and progression overplay video. Clayface trailer. There's a new Clayface trailer. Bet. I'll try to find it. Bolt action. Is this a first-person shooter with only bolt action rifles? Got the blade guide. I'm not watching no guides. I'm finna press buttons, nigga. The problem with watching guides before like the game even comes out is there's gonna be a lot of people when they hop online, they're gonna play just like the guide. No fucking creativity. I want the guide. They told me if I play X, X, Y, B, C. Bro, where your swag at, bro? I like to play on. I'm an orthodox puncher, bro. I never seen that in the guide. Exactly. I got my own style. You gotta see this. What's this shit? You gonna play Crimson Moon? I actually might. They actually sent me an email asking if I was interested in the game. I got invited to the preview event, but I couldn't make that. But I say, yo, let me get a review code. So I might hop on it. Oh, there we go. Clayface. Hey, TBH, I'm reaching out for advice. Been 8 months since the breakup. I'm over the person, but not the things that happened. Any advice to move forward? I realized I accepted a lot of bullshit. I get it. That's how I felt after like a breakup. Only time will heal that. As corny as that sounds, only time will heal that. I felt like I was very angry. Like I knew that I didn't want to be with that person after we broke up, but I was still very angry, and like that would manifest in other ways around people. Hit the gym, my nigga. Yeah, hit the gym and find a hobby. Like only time will heal that shit. Yeah, it really does take time. I get what you're saying though. It's a dev for Invincible. We not watching no we not watching no fucking Invincible. But yeah, find a hobby to keep yourself distracted, but a healthy distraction, you know? Nightmare Frontier. Oh, this is a cinematic gameplay trailer. There we go. The dev got laid off. Oh, Invincible had layoffs? I missed that. World of Play art. We're gonna get to it. Fountains, console. Open card packs. I don't got no cards. Samsung Galaxy Unpacked. Everything revealed. What the fuck? That was a Samsung event? Y'all didn't tell me it was a new. Man, y'all did not tell me that shit, man. T-Base the Ripper. Big Hokage Ripper, bruh. Big Hokage Ripper. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna start drinking this crazy. Yeah, don't do that. Like, don't do that, bruh. Did you ever get any bruised ribs from wrestling? Nah. The only injury I ever had was a hand injury, and it was because some dumbass rammed his head into my hand because he wasn't looking where he was going. But nah, I never had like a bruised rib. I'm not seeing anything. Let me see. Y'all said Invincible devs got developers laid off. Dude, I don't see nothing. Who got a link? New foldable phones. Okay, let's look at these trailers. Oh, this is the news right here. When was this tweeted out? This was tweeted out today at God. I swear I'm not trying to be mean. But you know this game is fucking irrelevant. Because he tweeted this out at 5:26 p.m. and not a single mainstream website picked it up. That's actually really bad. Versus NDB. Because like you saw with that I called it. People swear I was hating, not even on no funny shit. This game had potential, but it was just unbalanced mess. It needed more time in the engine, bro. We're gonna go ahead and pack this one up, chat. That's crazy. 60 fucking players. That's crazy. It was just unbalanced junk. I knew it was gonna die. Let me see. So he said, my time with Invincible Versus has come to an end. I was impacted by the layoffs today. Getting to work on a fighting game for an IP like Invincible was an unbelievable experience that I'm extremely grateful to have had. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next, but if anyone has an immediate need for a senior combat designer for a fighting, he was the senior combat. Spin that shit. Yo, shout out to Smokey with the sub. Appreciate it.
You've been looking at me like I got leprosy after I said I'm switching to PC and not buying annual live service releases.
Shout out to Smokey with a $10 super chat. He said, people been looking at me like I got leprosy after I said I'm switching to PC. They ain't ready to see the light, man. Just because you was ready to see the message doesn't mean everybody else was. But this is crazy. This is like Mike Wayne getting laid off on the NBA 2K scene, 2K team. This is like the lead fighting developer. This is fucking crazy. What does it say? Going forward, please refrain from tagging me in any Invincible Versus clips. If you do, I will promptly reply with, sir, ma'am. This is a Wendy's. I'm kidding. In all seriousness, today was my last day at Skybound. It's been an incredible journey and been a learning experience. I was privileged to be part of the most stellar team and passionate and talented individuals. Invincible Versus will always be a special chapter in my life. I have learned a ton in such a short amount of time. I really like to give a genuine thank you to everybody who took a chance on me into such a fun community. Maybe I'll try my luck in the gaming industry again. But in the meantime, you can find me at the commentary table. Unfortunate, man. I feel like this game had potential. I wouldn't be surprised if the servers get shut down soon too. I feel like this game had potential, but it was just unbalanced mess. There wasn't enough single player content. It was very bare bones. And then also they said they had rollback netcode, but I'm gonna be honest, like 50% of the matches were really laggy. It wasn't Mortal Kombat bad, but like it was a lot of laggy people. And then also I'm gonna add something else in there. This is one of those rare cases where I do think the game was killed by the community. This game had one of the worst communities for a fighting game. It's hard to get better and learn and get a play a fighting game when everybody's rage quitting half the fucking time, bruh. Oh, this nigga hit a 20-hit combo? Not on me. That shit was fucking disgusting. Shout out to Big Worm with the perm. But I do feel like with the way that they treated this game, they felt like maybe just because of the Invincible IP that it was going to succeed. And nah, with a fighting game, it needs to be balanced. It needs to be fleshed out. And I just feel like this game was a little undercooked. But to be fair, I do feel like it had potential because I'm not going to sit up here and act like I didn't have any fun. I definitely had some fun playing this game. It's just when you started to dig deeper, when you started to play ranked, you started to see that this game was seriously flawed and it couldn't be taken seriously. It was a casual game at best. It couldn't be taken seriously. Yeah, I saw the vision is the way that I said. So I'm not going to dog on this game. Like I had fun with this game. It's just unfortunate. It wasn't what it needed to be. And there's more competition than ever. So a game can fail very quickly in this industry. Yeah, the amount of people rage quitting ruined the game, in my opinion. People like Justin Wong still gonna play it. Yeah, well, he's like a super fighting nerd. That's different. But the thing about games, multiplayer games, is you can't just appease the hardcore. You have to find something to keep the casuals on the server to keep those numbers boosted. I feel like saying RIP Invincible. Unfortunate. Back to Crimson Moon. Progression and gameplay trailer.
In Crimson Moon, every run is a chance to discover new weapons, armor, trinkets, consumables, and powerful upgrades hidden throughout Gildenark. Loot can be found in chests, earned from elite enemies and bosses, discovered in secret areas, or rewarded at the end of missions. But finding gear during a run is only part of the system. As you progress,
this game honestly doesn't look bad.
Powerful items and permanently.
I'm glad this game is getting more attention. I like the art style in this game.
That means future runs can begin with gear you've already unlocked, letting you experiment with different builds, weapons, armor sets, and
I like that. So it's a roguelike, but you get to keep the builds that you get at the end of the run, and then you can start it. I like that.
Playstyles. Some equipment belongs to larger armor collections and synergistic sets designed to support
it's a co-op roguelike.
Combat approaches, from aggressive, high-risk builds to heavier defensive playstyles. You'll also be able to upgrade your favorite gear over time, strengthening weapons and armor to push further into the city's
two-player only,
dangerous wards. The deeper you go into Gildenark, the greater the rewards become. Stronger enemies, rarer loot, more powerful builds. Experiment with gear, create different builds, and begin your next hunt.
For indie game, it don't look bad. It don't look bad. I feel like we played a lot of indie games this year. Shout out to the indie developers. Y'all getting better. I was on y'all ass last year. Y'all doing better this year. And as you can see, my algorithm kicked in. Locked on Wizards. I'll be watching all the Wizards podcasts.